repeat myself, but you already know what I said. Take a step back, you cool alligator. I tried to be friends, but you snuffed me at the cradle. Punch a sock and lock it, you don't own the table. You're about to learn first what they told you in my favor. Does the sky ever answer? Or are we just lost in the race? Or are we chasing those flickers in cold outer space? At your borderline, my head swimming from these crushed up sevens. 2 more drinks and I'll feel like heaven. All this talking that started my engines revving. I hope God doesn't keep tabs after 11. Take a step back, you ain't no James Taylor. You act like everyone on the block needs to pay it. Put a socket and lock it, you don't belong at my table. You're about to learn first what they told you in my fable. Does the sky ever answer? Or are we just lost in the race? Or are we chasing those flickers in cold outer space?
All right, everybody. How's everybody doing today on this Friday afternoon? Boy, it's hot as motherfucking hell out here. It's about 109 where I'm at. James, over the pond. Is summer where you're at? I see you have shaven a little bit. You got a little bit summer ready. How's it going, James?
When it's the spring summer, you got to bring your A game. You know, I know the ladies appreciate the mustache, but they appreciate the clean shaven, chiseled jawline more. So it's come off, and I'm back. It's hunting season. I'm back at it.
Boy, James is gone. You gone babyface, bro. You looking good over there. And also we got
not bad for 45 years old, eh?
yeah, just above 21. Now we got our main man Zaid all the way over there in Florida. Zaid, is it hot over there? Do you got the bugs out? Or the crocodiles moving around? Are the iguanas still frozen? I need a report, bro.
It's actually about 75 degrees here, nice and comfy. Did some yard work all day yesterday and today. So fantastic here. The iguanas aren't frozen because they fall out of the trees when they do that.
Yeah.
And I've got 2 dogs here, and they would rip them apart.
What kind of dogs you got?
I got a husky shepherd mix, and then I've actually got one of his kids, which is half full-blood Malamute, Alaskan Malamute, and the other side of it.
Yeah, shout out to the dogs. I love the dogs.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Funny enough, Muslims think demons are inside of dogs, so get as many dogs. Get as many dogs as you can. Yeah.
Good.
Right. Now, Zaid, quick question. D-Wag couldn't make it today. What's he doing? Is he getting lip injections? Is he going to is he getting some plastic surgery? What's going on?
I think what he wants to do is store that creative energy to bring out something really awesome. He had a lot of things he wanted to do today, but he talked to me, and I'm a little aggressive, or I'm a little exhausting. So he's got some more things to bring up when he's ready for you guys. Bringing up real cooking, real hitting.
Now
I kind of caught. He still had a job today, so I kind of took his free time for the most part.
He working. Now, Zaid, you have been known to be hung up on once or twice. I do believe I am familiar with that. But also,
you've done it yourself.
but also, people don't know that you're about 6'4". You're a WWE former pro wrestler. People don't know that about you. We keep that hush.
Yeah, I like to do the triple deke, or what I like to call them the pretzel bend. It's all good, but
James, where's D-Wag at? Is he out there getting another one of them dumpsters, or what's he doing? Is he out there farming aura? Is he farming aura?
Not of me, because it's impossible. But like,
no.
It's like,
that is what he's doing, though. He is
aura.
farming aura. He's building up like a Dragon Ball Z character. He's charging up to bring us the best stuff that he's got. And it is my fault, guys. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to delay that.
Bro, he's out there shopping for a new luxury dumpster, bro. He's moving his his lady folks into it. That's what he told me he does. He goes out there, every time he gets a new honey, he buys them a new dumpster. So we got a whole row of dumpsters. I think he's up to about 7 or 8 honeys now. He's getting a new dumpster for his 9th, I think is what it is. You don't know. He got that Riz like that. D-Wag got that Riz. So James,
what was James saying?
What's he doing? What's D-Wag doing?
I say, I wish I had a friend like Zabe who would cover my lazy ass when I don't turn up to work. You know, I don't turn up to streaming. You know what I mean? I hear what he's doing right now. Right, he's at home. He's got his Macs and his other Macs, and he's twiddling with his knobs and playing with his bits and pieces. And he's getting his setup looking real swell so he can come on and rub it in my face. And, mate, I couldn't give a tuppy fuck how swell your setup is, mate, because you don't have the aura, you don't have the charisma. And unless someone's streamed with you, you're not going to go anywhere. I'm like the guy that's lifting you up from the dirt, mate, the dumpster, literally. I don't live in a dumpster. You live in a dumpster.
Yeah.
Hold on, my phone is ringing right now in the background.
I think D-Wag,
because of that, James.
D-Wag,
he's calling me right now. What are you doing to me?
He's
right
roasting
now?
You. No,
my fault.
And no, in all fairness, D-Wag had to work, so he's out there. He's out there earning the paper. We're just having a good time, spinning a good yarn. I think we're raking Zayd over the coals at the same time. What was that, James?
He's created a really good show for you guys. This has been. I know most people can put together a show in days, weeks, or months, but Zayd, this show that he's doing with Zayd and everyone else, he's been planning this for about 20 years. So when he gets it, when he actually comes and gives it to you, he's going to go from 0 to just above 0 and be a moderately good streamer. So yeah. I can't wait to see what he brings to the table. It's gonna be not epic, not slightly epic. It's gonna be middle of the road, quite good.
No, it's going to be fantastic. He showed me some of the stuff he's working on, a couple Charleston Whites, a couple of Jeffrey Epstein. So I know it's going to be funny. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. Everyone tune in.
Let me jump down in the chat and say what's up to everybody. We got Pat. She says, Seashell, SoCal, what's going on? Good to see you out there. Monk Fruit, I hope you're out there making your deliveries, even on a Saturday, bro. I don't know. I heard you making some songs for Merch last night. That was pretty cool. You made some pretty good songs. That was great. We got Curly. Shout out to Curly out there. Good to see you. Big B Trucker. Big B says there's too many movies to list about Chuck Norris, but he was a huge Norris fan as a kid, and he's missing in Action Trilogy, Delta Force, and Sidekicks. I watched on repeat. So
yes.
They were fantastic. Yeah.
Yes.
And of course, we got Curly out there. Shout out to you, Curly. Who else we got out there? We got D-Wag in the chat. Shout out to you, D-Wag. He says, damn it, Zayd should have created a way better story. Who else? We got the Art and Times of Jay Ryan. He says, wait, D-Wag has a job? Yes, D-Wag indeed has a job. I think he used to be a model, one of those models for Sports Illustrated. Not the ones they took pictures of, but the ones that they got the women to look at so they could get all excited and look very seductive on camera. So he helped them a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Then we got D-Wag says, I'll send you the fan art he made for James. So apparently D-Wag made some fan art of James, so let's fucking go. Jumping down.
He's gonna try and mug me off like a right little muppet, isn't he? He's probably got me in a dress or making me look like some kind of fruit or some kind of weirdo, mate. But look, it don't bother me. I'm like the coolest guy on stream, mate. I will not get bothered. You can do anything you like, even put me in the dress if you're not bothered.
We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
James, hey, I love you, respect, but I'm from Kentucky and I'm a tattoo artist, bro. You would blend into Kentucky 100%.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about me, right?
That tribal tattoo. And what's that number on the other side shoulder? What's that?
Yeah.
What's that number? 19 what? What's your birthday?
That's my mom. That's my mother and father's birthday.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
facts,
Love you, man. Respect.
No.
But you would fit Kentucky 100%, bro. You're welcome.
Yeah,
Come over.
Zaid's right. You would. They'd all just think you were from Eastern Kentucky with your accent. They wouldn't even know. They'd be like, "Oh, you from Elizabethtown? What's going on?"
Kill it.
Yeah.
Right.
We got King Yeti in the chat. Shout out to King Yeti. He says, Ray's hat game always on point. Let's fucking go. That's what we're trying to do around here. All right, now let me jump down right here and some of these announcements. You want a mug? Go get a mug. Obviously on my website, rayrayishappy.com. Go get one of them bad boys, okay? We got the Saint Mersh over here. He's a real saint. Let's fucking go. We also got, go follow James Domenico Graben on YouTube and on X, James Domenico Graben on X. James Domenico Graben 81 on YouTube. And then we got Zaid Studios. Zaid Studios, let me pull that up real quick. Zaid Studios beckoned. Go follow him over on his, he's got his store pulling up right now. His store, he's got his video game called Beckoned, and he also has his comic book. Is it the same name, Zaid?
Yeah, it's the same name. The comic book is a prologue of the video game, which you can try the prototype on Steam for free right now. So go there, check it out, search Beckon. You can download if you have a PC. But the comic book is one of a 3-part prologue to the game. So I still got 2 more books to complete the prologue. But we're still making the game.
Let's fucking go. And also follow him on Zaid Studios on YouTube for what he's up to. And hardworking people over here. Hardworking people. Also follow Darren Wagoneer Official on YouTube. He's one of the guys. Follow him. He's going to have some really fire stuff coming out here pretty soon. King Yeti got a question for Zaid. What's your best tattoo style? What's Zaid's best tattoo style? He's asking from the chat. Zaid.
I got trained. I mean, why most people get trained on like that, what do you call it? Sailor Jerry kind of shop style, kind of flash art type stuff. I was the reason I got it was because I was good at art. So I taught the shop owner art while he showed me how to do tattoo, the medical side. So it was we became a custom shop. For a while. So anyone that came in need custom stuff, I design it, they would tattoo it. If I wasn't tattooing it. So yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. So you've been doing tattoos for a while. What's your favorite type of tattoo style to do now? I mean, sure, you started with the Sailor Jerry, as you said, but is there something that you kind of gravitate towards now?
I've been at a tattoo I just did it for my buddies.
Just in prison, right?
Yeah, no, never been to prison.
I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing
but no,
you.
I did it for a while officially in shops and then used it on friends to keep kind of paying rent. I kind of got out of it for the past like 6-7 years. So there's new machines now. You know, I used to work with coil machines. And they have a bounce to them. So when the needle hits the skin, it's working off of a spring.
Yeah.
So an electrical current making it bounce. But now but that's different than rotary. Rotary works with a wheel in the needle. There is no give. It goes. There's no spring back.
Okay.
They got new machines now that are wireless. And I haven't had my chance to try them, but apparently really awesome to use. I'm pretty sure they're working rotary, so it's dangerous. If you're trying to get to tattoo and learn it, get someone to teach you. You can hamburger someone's skin up if you don't know what you're doing. Scar them. It's horrible.
Don't like hamburger skin. No, that's terrible.
Nah. Learn from someone before you try that out.
Yeah. We got King Yeti in the chat. He says almost all of his tats are prison tats. So how about that? Shout out to you, King Yeti. My palm tattoo, that's almost 20 years old and it's stuck. Wow, that's pretty good.
Most palm tattoos don't stick.
Yeah. Well, did you get that in prison too or no?
No, I did that on myself. Most of my tattoos I did myself. But yeah, like you got to get deep enough to the live cells. And in the palms, it's all dead skin. You know, so it's really hard to judge that if you're dealing with someone else, you're tattooing dead skin, it flakes off. But for me, tattooing myself, go as deep and then you feel it. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it's like a 20-year-old palm.
What was the hardest thing to learn when you were doing the tattoo? What was one of the hardest things that you had to learn? Like what was most difficult about doing tattooing?
I think the biggest thing is the canvas giving up over time. You got to learn to be quick with your design and lay it out with pure intent. If you're going to sit there and just play or make it up as you go and stuff, you're really abusing the skin over time, and their bodies can't take it. You know, like eventually they're going to be like, oh, no, can't do it anymore. I tattooed Joe Catapano's older brother, who was an Army Ranger. 9 hours.
Wow.
9 hours.
Is that the longest one you've ever done? 9 hours?
Yeah.
And did you do it straight, or did you break it into like 3 hours?
No, straight. No,
straight.
Yeah,
Damn.
straight. It was awesome.
Wow. Big B Trucker says he has a lot of American traditional and American Japanese himself. That's pretty cool.
I like the tapping maneuver that's popular with people that are getting traditionals from masters. If you're going to get it from a guy like that and pay that much, go get the tapping. You know, that's my feeling.
Curly in the chat, he says he's wanted the hand of the alchemist as a tat for years. Now, is that the hand with the eye in the middle of it? Is that what that is? The hand of the alchemist?
Probably. I'm not sure.
Some people call it what in the Middle East. It's a big Middle Eastern design. There's a name for it. I forgot the name for it.
Alchemists tried to turn gold out of anything. So when it says that, I'm not quite too sure of the eyeball in the palm, but I'm not familiar with that culture on that sense.
Yeah. King Eddie says his longest session was 14 hours with a single needle.
Damn. Single needles are dangerous because if you run them too slow, they cut you like a razor blade. Oof. So tattoo needles work usually in multiples. It works like the bed of nails effect.
Yeah.
Like they're hitting so many places at once, it distributes the trauma.
Okay.
So when you get a single needle hitting like it and you're running too slow, it's literally cutting you like a razor.
Ouch. We got Carrie C in the chat. She says she feels weird. She has 0 tattoos. Don't worry, Carrie. I don't have any tattoos either. So don't worry about that. James, what was the longest tattoo you've gotten, duration, time-wise?
Probably about 6 to 8 hours, probably this one.
On that one, yeah. I saw it.
Because basically what happened, when you start out, right, it started out as a small tattoo, and then I got it expanded, and then what happened was the color didn't take, so it had to be retouched. Then what happened, I got this when I was 18 years old. So if you want to follow my tattooist, it's Sarah Allen on Instagram. She's one of the best tattooists in the country. She's hands down the best tattooist in East Sussex. She straightened it out for me. She relined it. She recolored it. And we're going to also, like, on Tuesday, I'm going to be having a back tattoo done, you know, with Sarah. She's got, if you know, I've got a tribal mask on my back, and it's faded now. So what she's going to do, she's going to reline it, resketch it. And then she's also, if you're familiar with the TV series Sabora, Blood on Rome, there's a character called Aurelio Adami, and I can't have what he's got on my neck because I've got neck tattoos already. They're like tribal angel wings, and she's going to flame out the tribal angel wings on my back. So I'd imagine that's going to take about 3 hours, 4 hours, maybe.
Maybe more. It may take a few sessions.
Yeah. James, how many
to get it right? You don't want your skin to be so traumatized out it bleeds things out.
Oh my God.
Is where I get. Sorry to interrupt you, like Ray. I was just like, 3 hours. You probably in for a few sessions.
Yeah.
To get that out. So sorry.
James, how many tattoos do you have now?
Blimey, that's a question. Probably I think about 20, 25 in that region.
Now I know you have some dates on your shoulders. Do you count each like numeral as a different tattoo, or is the whole date one tattoo?
Nah, the whole date's one tattoo. It's just I just wanted something to memorialize, like they're not dead, but you know, just something there for my mother and father. I didn't want to put their names because you have to understand my mother. I'm not gonna start like bringing out names because I'm getting shit from like odious people online. So I'm not gonna spout out my names
Fuck
and
them.
other people's names.
Fuck them.
But like, yeah, fuck them. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? My mother hates her name, right? So I was going to get my mother and father's name, but my mother hates her name. It's basically her mother's name, who she loathed with a passion.
Ooh.
So I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
And then her nickname, right? Her nickname is like, it's like, her nickname is Twink because when she was a baby, when she was growing up, she loved Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. No offense, but I'm not getting Twink tattooed on my body.
Right.
Where am I going here, man? Where am I going to go? So it was like, I'll get the dates to be on the safe side. You know what I'm saying? It was like, as much as I love you, I'm not getting Twink tattooed on my body. You know?
It's so funny.
Yeah. King Yeti in the chat says that is actually not bad for a tribal tattoo. James, looks good.
No, it does look good. It does.
Big B Trucker says he thinks.
Yeah, people are shitty. People are massively shitty about tribal. I really like tribal, and I like black and grey, man. And if you know something about me, if you've been here from the jump, I literally don't give a tuppeny fuck what you think. It's my life and it's my body, you know what I mean? You can hate it, you can love it, you can take the piss. But at the end of the day, it's all about me. I don't give a fuck.
Right. So Ray doesn't have any tattoos.
I don't have any, yeah.
You wouldn't put a bumper sticker on a Ferrari.
That's right. That's right. No, I just, I remember I was in high school and I was doing, I was at Shelby and a bunch of my buddies turned 18 at that time and everybody went out and got tattoos. And like, I was kind of like, I remember this guy, his name was Jimmy. He came back, he didn't know what to get. So he just got a Buddhist, a big fat Buddha tattooed on his arm or whatever. And I was like, why would you do that? And so I thought about what would I get for a tattoo? I couldn't figure anything out. And then by the time I even forgot to think about it, the window had passed. And so I'm like,
it's a phase.
Yeah.
It's a phase.
How many tattoos do you have, Zaid?
I've got my whole right.
Well, don't pull
thigh
out your dick on the screen.
No.
I said no weapons. No weapons.
I got my whole right. There's a joke with this because my whole right side is blasted.
Okay.
When I started learning tattoo, that was my practice point. My right thigh. I'm right-handed, so my whole upper thigh is blasted with my own custom work. I showed a guy in California riding from Oceanside to San Diego on the train.
Yeah.
This guy was talking to me about tattoos. He was like, "Oh, you do tattoos?" And I didn't think anything else. I was like, "Yeah, you want to see?" He said, "Yeah." So I sat up, kind of showed him my thigh without realizing the whole train of people behind me.
Yeah.
Watched me show this guy and he goes, "Wow, that's huge." So bro, I got off the train, started walking down. I'm like, "Oh my God, those people think I was doing something."
Yeah, maybe a couple of them ladies.
At least they thought it was big.
Yeah, maybe they came up and started talking to you. You got to be careful out here in California, bro. I don't know how it is in Florida too much, but we got a lot of sugar in our tank out here in California. That's for sure, bro. That's wild. We got Kurt.
What? If you don't mind, one of the best stories I had was I'll be quick about it.
No, take your time. What you got?
I was working in the shop. This guy comes in and he says, "Hey man, this is in Lexington or not Lexington, Frankfort. You know Frankfort, Kentucky."
Yeah, I do.
So we're in that shop and this guy comes in and he's like, "Hey man, I only got $50, but I really need help." I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "I got this tattoo on my neck. It's 13 and a half, which means 12 jurors, 1 judge, and half a chance of getting away with it." I was like, "Okay." He said, "I just served time. I've gotten out, and I've got this wonderful girlfriend. I'm going to meet her parents. So if you can you cover this tattoo so they don't see that?" I said, "Well, how, you got $50? He said, "Yeah." So I brought him on the board, and I said, "What if this flash art could work?" We worked with it. We found an hourglass with angel wings. And so I said, "I can actually do that. I'll do that for you, bro. I'll do that and cover it up." It was like 4 or 5 months later, I'm gassing up for gasoline at a gas station down the road from that. There he is. He stops me. He's, "Hi, man. What's up? What's up? How you doing?" I was, "Oh, it's that guy."
Yeah.
He goes, "Man, thank you." He shook my hand. "Thank you so much. Her parents loved me. They had no idea. You did me such a big favor, man. I appreciate it. That's why I do art.
Okay.
Right there is like, when what I can do helps you out. Great.
Yeah, to help felons hook up with women. I get it, bro. We all
Dude, you want to frame it like that? I was trying to be positive.
No,
I ain't got D-Wag here, so I'm trying to be positive.
We all need a good wingman. We all need a good wingman. Ain't no doubt about that. Everybody deserves love, man. Everybody deserves love.
All right.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Run your show, dog. Run your show. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? You are the show. I want to hear all the stories, bro. I just want to goof on them a little bit, have a good time. Well, what do you think about that, James? You think it's harder to date with tattoos?
Well, not for me. I mean, I don't know about mortal men, but for men like me, it's not really. I mean, what was it like? How many birds chatted me up today? I don't know. When I was out there on the manor, 3, 4, 5, I lost count after a while. You know what I mean? They see the alpha male, they see the ultimate male in action, and they're like, mate, they're like putty in my hands. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's easy street. And especially with the spring, summer coming around, get the top off, mate, and it's going to be game over. Game over. And I'm caked in tattoos. I mean, look, I'll show this. I'll say this, right? I'll go like this. I'll be like, all right, darling, how's tricks? You want to go for a little drink and maybe a bit of afters? And she'd be like, I said, look, you want to see this tattoo I've got? This is from my pal, Ray, in America. I've got a guy that does my tattoos for me. You want to see it? There you go, look, bruv. Watch the streams that I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm internationally famous, darling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you get in on the ground level, we could go to the top together.
Yeah, 100. I hear Zaid back there giggling. James, do people treat you different because of your tattoos? Have they treated you better because of your tattoos? Like, do you or
There's one woman around here. She's like 69, and she's got a bit of a crush on me. She's
nice.
69.
Yeah.
69, and she's got a crush on me, right? She got a crush, and her husband is like 90 years old. I think he's about to die, so I think she's looking to.
Hey, tap into that, bro.
And she goes to me, right? She goes, please stop getting tattoos. You're ruining your looks. You look terrible. She goes, stop getting tattoos. You're ruining your body. She says, you got 2 on your beautiful face. How could you do that to yourself? I like looking at you, and I'm like, Jesus, man. It's not that deep. It's just a couple of tattoos. It doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
And she's like, and she's always telling me, right, because I swear like a trooper. You know what I mean? I'm always shouting, swearing, ranting, and raving. And she sees me doing the videos. Where she goes, why do you have to swear so much? You've got a beautiful voice. Stop swearing. And I'm like, mate, I'm as common as muck. I don't know what line you're feeding me, darling. I mean, do you think I'm a secret millionaire or something? You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
Maybe
Fucking
she
crazy.
is. Maybe she knows she's going to be a millionaire.
Hit it, James.
She showed me a picture, right? She showed me this picture, right? And she showed me she gets out her phone, right? And she goes, I've got rosacea. Do you want to see what I look like without my makeup? And I go, not really, but if you want to show me this picture.
Yeah, no, you don't want me that.
She shows me this picture
Was she
where
naked?
her face is all
Was
red.
she naked?
Oh, no. She had this facial rosacea. I think she's trying to show me at her worst to see if I still talk to her or see if I'm she thinks I'm interested or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not really interested in all that stuff. But hey, you can show me pictures of your rosacea-ridden face if you want to. Don't bother me.
Yeah. No, facts. Zaid,
that sounds kind of romantic. Show me your rosacea.
Yeah.
I don't know what that really means, other than that sounds kind of.
Zaid, do you find that people treat you different for your tattoos, better or worse, or do you get a reaction or anything like that?
I'm awkward in all kinds of dimensions, bro. The tattoos really didn't change anything.
You're just generally awkward. I get it.
Yeah, I'm just generally awkward.
Yeah. Facts. Now
they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Now I wanted to flash up. I don't know if you guys saw, but I'm going to flash up right now that picture of John with his broken face. Did you guys see that by any chance?
Yeah, dude. You know what? Before on the show, he looked like a really nice guy. Yeah, like one that cool. He played video. He's nice. All that. But then I saw that shot, and I'm like, is that the guy that Epstein had in his cell that killed him? Like,
well,
He looked threatening with that picture.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because I do have his mugshot right there. Yeah, he's actually a hitman for the I don't know, for the elites or something like that.
That's what he looked like.
He takes
picture,
people
dog.
out left, right, and center. So I thought that was funny. No, we sent in Miami John. We sent in him some love. We hope he heals up pretty good, pretty fast. I know that he broke his nose. He got a black eye. He made up a story that he got it in the bathroom when he was getting out of the bathtub and fell. But I think he really got in a bar fight and,
that's what I think.
He beat up some people.
someone sliced him with a beer bottle or something across the face.
Yeah, he got in a huge fight. Hell
Look,
yeah.
I know what happened. He's embarrassed. I told him, if I've told him once, I've told him twice, I've told him thrice. Do not date black women. Don't date them.
Is that what it is?
He got beaten up by his on-off girlfriend, and he's too embarrassed to say it. And he wants to say that he slipped over in the shower picking up the soap. You know what I mean? I told him.
Run into a doorknob.
When you get to John, when you get to John's age, right? Not me because I'm superhuman, but when you get to John's age, right? You want to avoid stairs and you want to avoid soap in the shower because accidents will happen. But we all know he got slapped around by his black girlfriend, LaQuisha. That's what I've heard. His black girlfriend, LaQuisha, got really annoyed with him because he was a bit lippy and she beat the crap out of him. And he's embarrassed about it and he doesn't want to say it in front of the lads. And I can quite understand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he looks good now, right? He looks like a proper South London hard man, tough guy like me. You know what I mean?
Somebody with that picture, bro.
He looks good now.
Yeah, he looks serious. He looks like he could do some damage. I've always said he's a hitman. He's a hitman. He runs this whole cover that he's drives taxi or Uber or DoorDash or whatever. He's really a hitman. He's like Agent 47.
Mentioned Collateral before. He mentioned the movie Collateral and said that John could do Collateral. Wasn't that the other episode? Right.
Yeah. Facts.
Dude.
No, I agree. He looks like he could be one of those undercover action stars. And if he's got any humor in him, he kind of looks like Mr. Bean if you look at him the right direction. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Served it up. Action stars, boys. Yeah, what do y'all think?
Mate, you're not helping him, are you? He's gonna be left dating all those black girls. We've got to lift him up so he can date a better quality of woman. You know what I'm saying? If we lift him up, he might eventually graduate to dating white women.
Yeah, well, I mean, he is a talent. No, is he Cuban? I think John's Cuban. Miami Johnny's down there.
He's some kind of Spanish. Yeah. He's some kind of Spanish, isn't he?
Yeah. He's a Spaniard, perhaps. I'm not sure. But then also, I wanted to bring up, we were doing that veto drawing contest, and I'm doing it on my channel. I want
everybody. Do we have to bring veto up, please?
Yeah, yes, we have to bring veto up. We got to talk about veto for a second. We're doing that veto drawing contest. Of course, let me bring up, I got Zayd's entry, the Vitruvian veto. Fantastic, Zayd. I want to know.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, bro.
Well, no, it's very smart and it's very poignant to what's going on in the world today with how the changing of people's weight and whatnot. And then I thought it was very creative that you did it. And then that you also put, like you said, you put Dick Masterson's, what was his it was his, from his commentary.
From one of the live streams.
Or a live stream or something.
If you're asking me how he came up with it, that's what's embarrassing. I was in the shower.
Bro, all this shower talk, you guys. Cut out the shower talk, okay? So you come up with this idea, you draw the Vitruvian veto. Bro, everybody went apeshit about it. Dick Masterson reposted it, got a lot of eyeballs on it, which was fantastic for both you and me, because I'm doing that veto drawing contest right now. If you guys want to enter, make sure you draw a veto, post them on X, and then tag me. The contest goes on to April 11th. It's the funniest veto wins, not necessarily the best drawn or the most technical. The funniest veto wins, 100%.
Draw your veto.
Yeah, draw your veto. There's the original right there. It looks fire.
Draw your veto.
Hell yeah. But then we also had, I had James enter, so let me pull that one up real quick. Wait,
throw that out there.
Where'd it go? I had it. It went somewhere. There it is. Oop, there it is. Okay, so we got James's right here. We got veto with some sunglasses on, which looks great. Looks fantastic. Yeah. James, what was the impetus behind this? What was your inspiration? Where did it come from when you drew this veto with the sunglasses and his hair going wild and the nice colors?
Well, I try not to think about Vito. He upsets me. He makes my skin crawl. You know what I'm saying? And I did another one. See, it's back there in the envelope. I'm going to send it to Ray. But my second one, the inspiration for it was that yellow bastard from Sin City.
Yeah.
So I drew him with all pockmarked skin and yellow skin. I wanted him to look like a nonce, you know, a sex offender.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's how generally I feel about Vito. I'm not saying he is, because he isn't.
It's
You know
on
what I'm
brand.
gonna say?
He's not. I know other
No,
people
he's
say
not.
he
But it's
is.
on brand.
He's not,
yeah.
but he plays into it. He leans into it, and you know what I mean. He kind of annoys me. I said to you before we come on stream, didn't I? He's one of those people. When I hear my name, whether people say nice things or shit, or like they're dogging me and mugging me off, I don't quickly rush to get on the stream. But he quickly rushed to get on Dr. Till's. You hear his name, and then up he creeps, up he pops, and he's kind of like a disheveled mess who lives in a hovel, and he hasn't got a door on his bathroom. You know what I mean? He's got cum stains in his beard,
No,
you
I don't
know, and on
about
his
that.
glasses.
No, that was
So
from
I
when he
thought-
was dressed up as a clown. He was on set the other day with the white on his beard.
And he also sticks Q-tips up cats' bottoms. You know what I mean? I know
Well, I think he did say he did that one time. Now, I don't know if that's even true or not. You know, for me,
I know we're doing cat wars. I know we're doing cat wars at the moment with Mercenary from Ralph. You know what I'm saying? It's very amusing.
Yeah.
But Vito he invented cat wars, mate, when he got involved with all that stuff. And he likes to talk about it. But no, it's just like he's a very disheveled human being, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy that like he needs to like liven himself up a bit. You know, like I always say to you, I wake up in the morning, I have a shit shave and a change. That's what he needs. You know what I mean? He needs to like. So I thought I'm gonna do a drawing of him how I see him. He's kind of a bit of a disheveled mess. But you know, I gave him the glasses because I don't like looking at his beady little eyes.
Right.
So with the glasses, I didn't have to look at his eyes.
I like
that's
his
how
eyes.
I felt.
I think he's
They're
a great
kind.
character. Yeah. Shout out to Unintelligent
He's got
Design
piggy eyes.
in the chat. He says a true artist. So shout out to you, Unintelligent Design. Welcome. Glad you're here, buddy. No, but you know, the whole impetus for me was like I liked Vito as a character. And now did you ever watch, you know, or read the books by Richard Scarry back in the day? You know, What Do People Do All Day? And he would draw like the little rabbits, and and the pigs were the firemen and all this. And that's kind of how I thought. Or like Matthias,
he's a character, something to
character.
explore.
That's
something
right.
to express yourself and your goofiness through him. It's like drawing Sonic or drawing the Waldo or whatever. It's just a way for you to have fun expressing some fun with this character Vito.
Facts.
You were creating the cartoon of Vito.
Facts. And Unintelligent Design is Liam. Shout out to you, Liam. Good to see you in the chat, bro. All the way from Australia. Shout out. No, but that's exactly what I was trying to do. Is that Vito's a character. He's a hilarious character, and I was wanting to have a Vito redemption arc because you know the biggest problem in the universe is starting to get good again, and you know they went through this rocky patch, and so I was doing it, and then I was trying to get him to come on and maybe do an interview about creativity, maybe even judge the contest. You know, how great would that be? And give away the prizes because there are going to be prizes. Now, come on, people.
I didn't know this. Like, I entered this just thinking it was fun, but after posting in some places, like everybody's loving this Ray.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like everybody's having fun with this. The one person I'd imagine not having fun with this. He said he's having fun with it, so let's just keep rolling and have fun with it.
Right. No, I agree with you. It's really just to have fun and learn to draw and practice to draw your favorite character.
Yeah.
He went on Ministry of the Dude last night. I got the video right here. I clipped out a little part of the video, as you can see, drawing Vito. Vito agrees to interview, so he agreed to come to do the interview. So go watch that. I won't hamper you right now with watching, like, it's only about 5 or 6 minutes long, but he actually comes on, he agrees to do the interview and maybe even judge the contest. So I'm pretty excited about that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
If he could do that, that would be awesome. Then he gets to judge all the entries.
Yeah.
So it takes the sting, in my opinion. If he's feeling any, Vito, You're loved. That's why this is happening. That's why everybody's doing it. Don't get hung up in your head about it.
Right. No,
we're
facts.
having fun. We love you.
Now, it's true. I have gotten a couple entries that were a little bit too vulgar or whatever. So I'm trying to, filter those out because, I also want to have younger people want to draw too. This is to inspire people to draw first and foremost, so keep the penises and the Q-tips up the cat's ass, to a minimum, please. I don't want to see any exposed body parts, people. I don't want to see
Ray's going to be a different person after this.
No sexual acts, please. We're trying to get people to embrace this. I want somebody, if they have kids, to say, hey, let's get the kids to draw a Vito. We'll post it. We'll have a good time. I made the mistake the other day. I said, hey, let's draw with the kids or something like that. And then I didn't even think about it. But then people started sending me these kind of creepy drawings.
Then they draw like ice cream vans and shit, didn't they?
They were sending me these creepy video drawings with Vito and children. I was like, no, that's not what I meant. I meant if you had.
Who's the one who did the park one? Who's the one who did like the one in the park with the kids that were blacked out? Kids one.
Yeah, I saw that. I forget it was I forget who it was. It was tractor trailer or something like that. And then he had another one with Schizo Sean, and they were doing some stuff, and there was too many exposed body parts. Okay, it's not a fine art class. This is commercial. If you want to do the exposed body parts, go to a fine arts class where people do that. Now, Zaid, I have a quick question regarding that. Have you ever been to one of them fine art drawing classes where you had to draw naked people?
Yeah, I went to Savannah College of Art and Design, so that was mostly in our drawing 1 and drawing 3 class. Drawing 2 was more about just objects. We actually had naked models come in. Guys, if you're gonna go to art school, that you're gonna see hot naked chicks model, that's not the reality.
No.
We had a couple attractive ones that came in, and they were good models. But the majority of what you're going to be dealing with is those uncomfortable things. And there's a kid in our class, if you don't mind me indulging.
No, I want to hear about the worst experiences you had with naked models, because I got a couple myself.
She was actually a great model to draw. Like
she gave a great blow job. Drawing?
No, that's not what I mean.
Okay.
Technically, it was easy to capture the features.
She had a very proficient lip structure.
But a kid in our class rose his hand, said, Peter Schro, which was our teacher, I'm not interested in drawing this. So if I'm not interested, I'm not going to grade well because I'm not drawing what I want to draw. He's like, what's wrong with it? I don't like looking. Like, he was raw right in front of the model. I couldn't believe it. I just don't like looking at her. Yeah. What am I supposed to do? And Schro said, I'm not teaching you to like what you're drawing.
Facts.
I'm trying to teach you how to make something that looks out of perspective or out of proportion into proportion.
Right.
There's a bone structure within her that all of us share that follows the same rules. You have weight and you have muscle on it, but there's a bone structure. That's the part I'm trying to teach you. So that's why we have this model today, is to teach you how to be more accurate when you can't see the accurate.
Facts.
Right? And on the surface, it's all thrown around, but on instinct inside of it, it's proportional.
Yeah, it's all
a really hard lesson to learn.
Yeah, it's all academic until you get inside of her, right?
You want to call it like that. You're the one with the mustache. So
we got a couple questions. We got where I just saw where was it? Damn it, I just went down. Oh, has Zaid. This is from King Yeti in the chat. He says, have you ever tattooed a cooter or cooter lips or leather Cheetos?
But I saw a guy come in, and we had a female tattoo artist in our shop. He wanted his swing tattoo.
What did he want on his? What did he want on it?
A lightning bolt. So here's where
most of the time men don't want to be fast. I don't get that.
She had to put up a whole screen around, so none of us watched her tattoo.
Did he have to be hard the whole time? I mean, how does that
work?
Yeah.
He passed out during it though too. But I kept making ka-chow.
Did he take?
Ka-chow!
Did he-
I kept saying that.
Did he take drugs to stay hard? Like, did he take a whole bunch of?
I don't know. I don't know. That was between her and him.
A bunch of them
I
blue
just know he
pills?
passed out.
Holy
I just
shit,
know he
man!
passed
Fuck
out.
that.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I kept making those like the cars, like with Lightning McQueen.
Yeah,
where he
yeah,
goes,
yeah.
Chow with the lightning bolt.
Yeah,
I kept
yeah.
saying that out loud and then make everybody giggle. She kept telling me, "Shut the fuck up."
That's funny. So that's a pretty good one. But you've never tattooed a cooter or cooter. Okay.
No.
All right, let me tell you my story. I got two really quick stories about uncomfortable. Well, two and a half. Okay. The first one is that like you're all excited initially to draw naked people until that naked woman who's in her 50s and about 350 pounds. She's about 4'11" comes in. She comes in. She hadn't manicured her bush in 2 decades, right? She got the ivy of her bush crawling all the way up both fupas, bro. And I ain't never seen carpet that long and that thick in my entire life, and I couldn't believe it.
Shag,
like,
baby, yeah.
I didn't know that even existed, bro. Okay, so that was number
You
one.
couldn't wait to go down on it.
No, you would get lost in there, bro. You would have to
You could floss with that shit.
You'd have to call a carpet cleaning business to come get you out. You know what I'm saying? Then my second story is that there was a younger guy, and he comes in and he disrobes and he's just staring at me, bro. Staring at me the whole damn time. And I'm thinking he's just because when you're a model, you have to pick a point with your face, with your eyes, and you just stay on that point. Now, at first I'm thinking he's just, picking a point or whatever. And it's a 3-hour drawing session, and I'm sitting in there. You take a break every 30 minutes for 10 minutes and then go back, right? So after a couple breaks, I start to question, is he really looking at me? So I look up at him, and I meet his eyes, and I go back to drawing. I look at him, meet his eyes, go back to drawing. All of a sudden, he starts to get a boner.
Oh!
He starts to get a boner, bro. Yeah, so then I knew.
That deduct point.
I thought you were going to say you got a boner. I thought you were going to say you got aroused.
Bro, what's awkward about that? I get boners all the time. Let's fucking go.
Right. It just happens, right?
No, but he's up there in front of a whole class of about 30 or 40 people staring at me, getting a boner. And as soon as he starts to get a boner, you know what I hear? I hear a whole bunch of people erasing their paper.
Right. Because they got to correct now, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like that now. It used to be like that. All right, I got one more. One half. Okay, so
have you ever seen the movie? And I don't mean to interrupt. One half. Hold it. Art School Confidential. For anyone that wants to know what art school was like, Art School Confidential. Go find that movie somewhere. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect. You're gonna laugh your ass off. You're gonna have a great night. Just get some wine, get your girl, get a nice. Watch Art School Confidential. You'll have a great time.
Yeah. The other thing too is shout out to Professor Grass. He says fucking Jungle Bush. Shout out to you, Professor Grass. Who else we got? Big B Trucker says he must have been glamming you. He was glamming you. Are you glamming me? I'm trying to do that, that impression like Merch does. Oh, come on, bro.
Really
you glamming me? No, I was glamming him. Grass says I was glamming him. Grass, I was not glamming him. Calm down now. That's not my. But okay, I'll tell you a little story about one time there was this girl, redhead, very attractive, came in, huge ass tits. And of course I caught her out a couple times, and I did in fact get her number, and it was great. It was great until it wasn't, and then I saw she had to come back in a few weeks later to model some more, and of course I have to sit there knowing that we did whatever we did, it didn't work out, and now I got to sit there and stab her naked. Bro, she was pissed off, man. She was glaring at me the whole time. It was awkward as hell, bro. No doubt about that. That was a mistake. But hey, you know what?
Professor was like, why did you spend so much time capturing her facial emotion?
Yeah, easy. Everybody's drawing her tits but me, bro.
Model.
Yeah, I already been to the top of them, summited them mountains, but I'll take a break on that.
You want some advice, right? You want some advice from a guy who knows about women, yeah?
Yeah, what you
Never
got?
shit on your own doorstep. Never shit on your own doorstep.
That's what I did.
Keep that shit, man. Don't fucking do it, man.
Yeah,
because you'll live to regret it, I'll tell you.
That's what I did. Well, we got a call fire really quick. Shout out to Dan Snot. Let's go. Mr. Dry Ice himself. I know it's Dr. Ice. I like to say Dry Ice. He says, it's hot out there. Stay cool, 100%. Dan is a fellow Californian. He's suffering too. We got a big ass heat wave going on right now. I got the fans on. It's about, like I said, 109 degrees in the shade up here where I'm at. So it's hot as hell. Okay. Professor Grass laughed my fucking ass off. We got Big B Trucker in the chat. He says, draw me like one of your French girls, Zayd. Draw me like one of your French girls. That's exactly what it was, bro. Curly saying,
send me a
favorite
picture,
movie,
$300, I'd do it.
no, but you know what's funny is like, Zayd, isn't this the truth? After you do it enough, you stop, every time somebody gets naked, you stop looking at it in a sexual context. I mean, even girls I've dated that, you know, they, of course, they
What
weren't.
are you, gay or something? What are you, a gay boy?
No,
I know. It sounds like that. Hold on.
No, it's
we can turn it on. We just get more control.
No.
Because we're taught to have control to study. Sorry.
Yeah, no, here's the truth of the matter is that, like, even when girls that I meet, that I date or whatever, and we, whatever, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you want to call it, I see them naked, right? Okay, we got to it. Even the girls I see naked that that are not involved with art in any way, when I see them naked, I kind of look at them like, oh, well, you could be like more of this, that could be better or whatever. Of course, I don't say that shit, right?
If the girl is naked and making a sandwich for you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm going to eat the sandwich before you have sex.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends. I don't want a full stomach if I'm going to be going for 25 minutes. Not like Lightning Bolt McQueen, bro.
I don't know, man. Don't work on a full stomach or on an empty stomach kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Professor Grass in the chat, he says, speaking of drawing French girls, did you hear Vito wants to be drawn like a French girl eating babies? Yeah, I heard that. I told Vito, he sent me a message. He said, draw me eating babies. I said, I'm not, unless you're Cronus or Saturn.
Did say that.
Or Saturn.
Did say that.
I am not drawing you eating babies, bro. That's not what this is about. Don't take something beautiful, Vito, and muck it up, bro. Just go with it.
I want to circle.
Go on, James. Let it happen.
I just want to quickly circle back to something Zayd said about 20 minutes ago. He said we all love Vito. I don't love Vito, right? I can't stand Vito. So if you're friends with Vito, disassociate yourself from me, because I can't have that stink on the grab and charm. You know what I mean?
I just drew him naked for everybody to see.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
You did.
It's all good.
Yeah, no, facts. No, you did.
I love
you
him.
got the Vitruvian man. No, I like Vito. I've said this many times on different podcasts. I like Vito.
Did you see his little balls in my drawing? Did you see that?
I saw. I tried not to look too close.
I don't mean to offend him. I hope he was in on the joke. I don't mean to really razz him up. I'm sorry, but I saw that afterwards he might be a little nervous about it. I'm sorry, Vito.
We got Carrie C in the chat. She says, I'm not a fan of Vito either. We got Curly says he.
That's why me and Kerry get on, you know what I mean? That's why Kerry's #1 James Grabham fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got that shit going on.
No, Curly in the chat says he personally has great dislike for Vito. 100%. Bro,
another good person.
Yeah, I'm talking about the character. You know, the person of Vito, I don't know. I've never met the man. I'm just talking about the character.
Same here.
I think he's highly entertaining, creates a lot of drama wherever he goes. And right now we've hooked our little bit of wagon onto that drama mule, and that jackass is pulling us a little bit. So
I do think he drove a fucking train through the biggest problem in the universe. Because like I said, remember when we first kicked this off? It was my favorite podcast. I was a paid subscriber. I fucking love that shit. Friday night was must watch. But he kept fucking, like with his comic book, he keeps tinkering around the edges. He lets people get into his head. He doesn't have a particularly strong mentality.
Right.
For an Italian, he's as weak as piss water. You know what I mean? He's like, fucking buckle up, take the abuse, roll with the punches. Like if you did it about me, right? And everyone was
that's what I'm about to say. You see this piece of paper, James?
Yeah.
We're gonna draw you next.
Yeah, exactly. Right? This is the thing about artists, right? You know when they say that, they do that silly saying, the pen's mightier than the sword, right? This is the one time, you know what I mean, where artists can make you look like an arsehole in 5 seconds flat. You know what I mean? And you've either got to be like thin-skinned like Vito, or you'd be like me, you just play into it. You'd be like, fucking love it, mate. The more the merrier, you know. I'll be getting all this ego boost, you know. Everyone's doing pictures of me, good, bad, or indifferent. Mate, I'll be lapping it up. If I was Vito, I'll be like jumping on Race Channel, do an interview, play into it, be a judge. It's good fun.
Yeah. Exactly.
He needs to judge it, Ray. I think that's what James is calling out too. Like that's He needs to judge it.
I'm trying to get him to
If
come
you
on.
if you can pull it off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna ambush him about his comic book. I'm not gonna talk about any sore spots. I'm not gonna talk about any of the stuff that would upset him.
I didn't draw sore spots at all.
Yeah,
I could have made pimples,
for sure,
ingrown hairs. I could have done everything. There's nothing. That's a pure fat man body.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with that.
That is clean.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's not even a lot of hair on it.
Yeah, we're just going to talk about creativity. We're going to talk about how he got into his performance art, how he prepares for his performances, all that good stuff. Pick his brain, just like I did with the other artist. So Vito, if you're hearing this, that's what you can expect. I know he said he don't want to do it now, but everybody's going to give him hell on the biggest problem in the universe. That's going to come on at 6:00 tonight.
Right.
Also,
his ego won't allow him not to do it. His ego, because Vito's got a huge fucking ego, right? You could tell that when he jumped on Dr. Till. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He saw they were going in one direction, and he couldn't leave well alone. He had to jump on to try and head it off. You know what I mean? And turn it into what he wanted to talk about and make it, a different angle. That's what Vito does. He'll see you talking bad about him and then be like, where's the link? I want to jump on. You know what I mean? And he'll try and micromanage the situation, and you can't.
Yeah, facts.
Once the ball starts rolling, and people don't like you and people getting on you, they ain't going to change their fucking mind. We know this. That's how the internet works.
Yeah, you got to handle him like Dick does on Dick Masterson. He's basically like a matador with Vito as the bull. He kind of leads him around, so he does a really good job of that. Professor Grass in the chat says, I don't think I've ever heard somebody say clean and Vito in the same sentence. 100% true. We got Curly says, this show is better than Biggest Problem in the Universe. Let's fucking go. Curly, I appreciate it. Love you, bro. Carrie says she likes Masterson, but never got into any of his stuff. Mr. Jiki says he likes the Vito character as well. Just wish he would unblock me. Well, Mr. Jiki, if I talk to him on stream, I will get him, or request. I can't make him do shit. I will request that he unblocks you, bro, because you're one of the OG guys around here. We got Carrie. She says, Ray, where can I get a good watercolor paper? I'd gotten some before Christmas, but my friends' kids were visiting.
What do you use?
I'll shoot you a link, Carrie, after the stream.
What do you use, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay. I use, there's a couple different ones. Let me see if I got it right here in my... I got at my desk, if I have any real close on hand.
You know what brand? Like a Bristol, or what is it? Strathmore?
No, I don't use Strathmore. I use I think it's Aquarelle or Fluid. Fluid watercolor paper is some that I have right here. I got it all it's for the little guys. I always buy watercolor blocks, but then I got here, let me get over here. I got this one right here.
Sorry.
This is the good stuff. It's the 300-pound. Oh, it's green. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I want. Screenshot. Boom. I'll send
it to you. It's Arches.
Yeah.
I saw that. Or the 300-pound watercolor paper. I always use the cool press, so I get some nice tooth on it. You don't want it too smooth.
Your paintings are so vibrant and they're so elegantly done, man. I'm really interested in your material choices. And
then I also use give me that one right there. That's the one. I just also use this watercolor paper. Thank you. That I use for a lot. Oh, great! The Canson XL watercolor paper. It's the economic version. This is 12 by 18, 140 pound. I'll send you the link, Zaid. I'll post it.
Yeah.
I'll post it. And so I use that as the watercolor paper that I use for all my smaller watercolor paintings and stuff like that. And then I got
I'm working on some right now for concept art, but my paints and my paper is a little, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Now,
it's mainly here's for concept, so it's a tool, but
here's what I would recommend for concept art. I got a wire bound XL watercolor mixed media Canson. You can get 3 of these for about $25 on X, or go to dickblick.com. Dick
Blick is always good. Dick Blick is a great resource, people.
That's where I go. 11 by 14. This is 98 pound. It's mixed media. It's good for all mixed media. It takes ink exceptionally well. It is a smooth tooth, but it's fantastic when you are doing watercolor and concept art. The great thing I love about it with the concept art is you're able to keep it in that wire bound, so you can see the evolution of your designs, which is very, very important, especially if you're working with other people and they want to talk and they want to develop. What you got, Zaid?
We got a guy in the chat or in the background, bro.
Oh,
We
What's
got
up,
bruh.
Oh,
We got a bro.
there he is. There he is. We got Miami
Hey.
John. Miami John. What's going on, Miami John? Now, are you a hitman? Were you killing people and you got your nose broken? What happened? What happened,
It
John?
looks like I got killed. What are you talking about?
Miami John, look. I was gonna ask too. Are you now in the Black Eye Club and the Illuminati? Are we gonna blow up here pretty soon now? Are you gonna bring us some more clout, John?
Hey, I think I was only supposed to get one black eye, but I kind of went all in, you know? All
It's
or nothing,
awesome.
baby.
So what happened, John? What happened? You look, you had a little bit of an accident.
You know, I got into a fight with some gangsters, and these gangsters, they always double team and triple team. First was this guy named Slippery Floor. He got me. Then,
Oh, slippery floor sucks, man.
Yeah.
I've met him before.
and then Counter Corner got me.
Oh, I met him too. He sucks too.
Yeah,
And
Professor
then fucking
Professor
toilet dispenser.
Professor Grass wants to know if you went to Mexico and got in a fight with Ralph. Was that what you were doing? Trying to get some info on Ralph down there in Mexico?
I was trying to steal Scarlet away for
Oh,
Grub,
yeah.
you know?
Maybe-
For James.
I think all you need to do that is about a $20
Mate, that's
bill.
hilarious, right? The only he goes from black women and he finds the only worse white girl than a fucking black woman. I tell you, it's fucking mental.
Oh, shit, bro. Facts, man.
Did you hear her rambling? I saw this clip today of her and Ralph, man. And I can't believe that I wanted to give her a poke. You know what I'm saying? It's like she talks the biggest shit, man. She could talk the hind legs off a donkey. And it's all fucking gibberish. I don't know,
bro.
but she seems to me like she's coked out of her nut. I'm telling you.
For us Americans,
Oh,
we say
the
give her
girl's
the
retarded,
poke.
man.
What do you mean?
Bro.
She doesn't
Give her
shut
the
up.
poke.
Like, she just literally doesn't shut up. It's like constant fucking gibberish. And Ralph's talking about fucking, if they get married in Vegas, right?
Oh,
we got to be
yeah.
on that. We got to
Oh,
we got to go live straight away.
Oh.
We got to be on that like a car bonnet. I'm telling you,
I don't
we have
know.
got to be on that shit.
I hear you, but I don't think there's any beating Mersh. I mean, Mersh is all over this stuff. He's streaming at like 2 o'clock in the morning. 5 in the morning. He's normally asleep at noon. He's up at noon streaming. He's knocking the doors off this. But yeah, they're supposed to be.
You know what? I'll have to
getting
do?
married.
I've got an idea. We'll have to get on the phone to Chad Zumark to get over to Mercy's drum, mate, and put a beating on him so we can be first to it.
No, we'll just we'll try to get Mersh on. We'll ask him about it. That'd be a lot of fun. Maybe.
As long as we do better than the Ministry of Dude, I don't give a shit. I really like.
No, I like the Ministry guys, man.
I hate those Ministry of Dude people. So we got to get on them, man.
No, those guys are awesome. Shout out to Mr. D-Ball Money. Good to see you in chat. CISO SoCal says, yeah, we're saving Scarlet, bro. I don't think there's any saving Scarlet. John, is there any saving Scarlet? I think she's gone at this point.
Scarlet.
Are you driving to save Scarlet right
she's
now?
for the streets, man. No.
Dude, imagine pulling him over right now.
Yeah, he's pretty
Imagine
scary.
you're the police officer that pulls him over right now.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Are you okay?
I've seen enough.
Have you been
I've seen
drinking?
enough body. I tell you, I've seen enough body cam videos on Courtney Street to know how it ends, and it don't end good, mate.
Yeah.
We're never gonna see John again.
Yeah. Now, James, do you think they're really going to get married? I mean, is this how Ralph has gotten his other wives to marry him? Basically grooming.
You know,
Drug
since
him
I've
up
jumped-
and
Was he grooming?
drug
you?
him up and get him to Vegas, right?
Is that where you're going, John?
Yeah.
You going to Vegas right now?
No, hell fuck no.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, no, James, he's trying to get what's her name, Charlotte, or no, not Charlotte, but he's trying to get her to go to Vegas with him to get married. Did he groom all his other women to marry him like that?
The thing about Ralph is, right, you look at him, right, and it's all lies, right? He goes, he's 5'10", 245. And I'm like, you fucking nuts, mate. You're 5'1", over 300 pounds. I've seen you, man. It's fucking all lies, smoke and mirrors. But this guy, right, since I got into this online game, it's like, it's amazing how it's stranger than fiction. You can't imagine in any reality that Scarlett would get married to Ralph. But now it seems feasible and a possibility to me. I remember I jumped in the chat the other day and I said, "Am I the only person online that isn't swinging from the rafters?"
Yeah.
You got Keanu and Gino that were trying to get in with Ralph and Scarlett, and then there's apparently Keanu was after Matt Mead. I'm like, and then if you add in the Ricada shit, everyone's fucking swinging and having a coked up good time apart from me. I'm the only one out there fucking staying in shape. You know what I'm saying? Everyone else is having coked up orgies without me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, Zayd, it looks to me like Scarlett's a prostitute looking for a pimp. What are your thoughts on that? And have you ever been a pimp?
I plead the fifth, but James, like, like, wait, no. I don't know how to answer this question.
Yeah. Okay. Well, John, what are your thoughts on that?
I think she's a porn bimbo who got tired of the abuse of the porn industry and is now looking for someone with at least a little clout to do porn with so that she can still make bank without having to deal with industry people and, being abused by a bunch of giant mandingos.
I think you're probably right on that. She's looking for a sugar daddy or a pimp. Yeah, that's kind of rough, man.
Ralph will get her on OnlyFans in 5 seconds flat, mate. He will have her working her fucking ass off if they get married. He will pimp her ass out. I'm telling you. That's what he'll do.
I agree.
He'll put her to work. And this is what happens, right? I keep saying this, right? I saw about Riley Reid today. It always crops up, doesn't it?
Oh, my God.
She's trying to erase her porn past, right? All the black stuff, because now she's married. She married some cuck and she's got a kid. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, right? This is what happens when you do all that black porn.
What movie was she in? Yeah, good one, Zayd. Good one.
She's in all of them, mate. Just type Riley Reid black person.
Yeah.
She's in all of them, mate.
No, I saw.
And it's like this is what happens, right? When Scarlett's done all that black stuff, and the only decent white guy, she can't find a decent white guy, so she ends up with scum of the earth like Ralph. Because no one wants a woman like that. Because you only have to look at a porn industry to see she's been railed by a group of black men, and it's like, no way, my friend, no way.
Yeah,
I'll get laughed off the manor. If I brought her right to my family, they would disown me. If I took her to a pub or I took her out, I would get laughed off the manor. If I was saying I was dating a scam like that, it would be over.
Yeah, true. What was that, Zayd?
I don't know. Maybe they be laughing at you so they get a chance.
Yeah, but no, Zayd, there is a difference between wanting to fuck somebody and then wanting that person to be your long-term wife and mother of your kids.
For sure.
Like I saw that Riley Reid thing. She said she's having a daughter. She has a daughter. Please, she said, for the sake of my daughter, delete all the porn that I made. But I didn't see her giving back any of the money. I didn't see her selling her house. I saw her keeping everything. Even the benefits of the connections that she had. So she's keeping all the positives and wants everybody else to drop the negatives. It's kind of like women wanting to get away from being held accountable one-on-one right there. It's kind of what it seems like to me. We got Professor Grass in the chat. He says, back to Ralph and Scarlett, 0% chance of marriage, 20% chance they kill each other, 50% chance they get arrested for their honeymoon, 30% chance porn is made, extra 5% chance for the porn being gay. Ethan Ralph porn.
Can I ask you something,
yeah,
Ray?
What you got?
The only time I'll ever back up Whoopi Goldberg is when she was talking about that one girl actress. They got really upset about her, I guess, internet pictures getting leaked out online, and she was having a big meltdown. And Whoopi said, if you're worried about that, don't put them on the internet to begin with. What's the feeling? I just throwing that out there. I'm not saying I feel one way.
You want to answer that first, John, and then I'll jump in.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with her 100%, but that's kind of anti-progressive, isn't it?
But there's also culturalistic differences that I'm aware of, especially with a younger group and generation coming up with the internet. I didn't have the internet growing up until high school. I'm sure, middle school, but you get what I'm saying. It wasn't part of our cultural dichotomy to be on the internet and to let alone be comfortable enough to do that.
Yeah.
So I completely agree. Yeah. I mean, how many iCloud accounts have gotten hacked where it's like you see all these celebrity leaks all over the internet from their iCloud accounts getting hacked or their Google whatever the fuck cloud fuck that. Don't fucking put up anything on the internet. Don't send anything to anyone either if you're a person, even trying to attain any kind of popularity like that.
Yeah. No, okay.
Because you're just setting yourself up to be fucked over.
I got a different take, okay? Shout out to Cut the Grass in the chat. Good to see you, bro. I got a different take. I say, listen, if you're going to post naked pictures of yourself, know they're going to be leaked, okay?
Yeah.
Well, here's the caveat that's a little bit different. Make sure you look fucking good naked.
Yeah.
So that everybody says,
rule number one.
I mean, do you think Selma Hayek is complaining about anything? No, everybody's trying to fucking hire her ass because she's gorgeous. Hold on real quick. I got that the audio dropped out. Let me fix that real quick. Grass sent me the answer on how to do that. I've been trying to research to get it done. I've been in betweeny weenie there. I think you're back. All right. What were you saying there, Zaid?
I was just saying, buddy over here, our bro, man, that's gotta hurt.
Oh,
like
100%.
When he's talking about hitting up Selma Hayek, I'm like, dude, don't send her your face right now. And I'm sitting there making the joke, but I'm like, dude, I know that fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't hurt. It hurt when it happened. Yeah. But right now, the only thing that's hurting is my back, man. My muscles tensed up, and I hit the fucking toilet with my back. And
that's a lie, man. That's a lie. The only thing hurting right now is your pride. Yeah. Your pride fucking with you. Your pride's hurting.
If I had pride.
But don't worry, your pal James is here to lift you up and say you look badass, mate. You look fucking quality.
Yeah.
You want to get to the bars tonight, right? You want to get to the bars, right? Where you're looking like a hard man, looking like a proper South London hard man. You want to put it on the birds where you look like that.
That's right.
And light your teeth.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's your mugshot that makes all the chicks go nuts.
Oh, like yeah, bro. You'll have them lined up. You'll have them lined up. There's women trying to go after the guys who are locked up for life for that kind of stuff. Professor Grass in the
Clipper made you look like a straight up tough guy, mate. Clipper made you look $1 million fucking dollars, mate. I'm telling you.
You need to change your profile picture now.
Yeah, you should change your profile picture for sure, bro. Professor Grass in the chat says, thanks, Ray, for keeping leaked nudes great. Exactly. We got to keep those leaked nudes at a good standard that everybody wants to look at, you know? I don't know. We don't want any.
Do you remember when Ralph tried to leak your nudes?
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, I mean.
Wait, you have nudes?
Yeah, that's, bro, that's case in point right there. All those nudes look great, you know? So I was like, yeah, go for it.
Look for the Ray calendar, everybody. Look for that in the future.
Yeah, I'm going to be dropping that.
Do you remember Ralph verbatim? This is how I'm going to own that shit artist but good cook Ray. I'm going to leak all these professional shots where he's got a fucking 8 to 12 pack, mate. He's mean mugging. He looks the fucking business. He's got the aura. And then I'm going to compare that to my gun-ridden body. You know what I'm saying? It's like, get a fucking, what a dick, man. He's like a fucking moron, isn't he? He's like a special needs person.
Yeah, that's the answer. If you're going to take a nude of yourself, make sure it looks good. If you're going to take a dick pic or whatever, make sure that son of a bitch has a lightning bolt on it. You know what I mean?
Ka-chow! Get one of those mini cans of soda, you know, not the full ones, but like those mini cans.
Yeah, put it next to it
in the background. not the full big lighters, but the mini big lighters. Sit that back there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, get the old make it
get the fun size candy bars.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you convince all the women right there. And a couple tattoos.
It's the Lord of the Rings technique, the scale trick. Yeah,
that's right. You get that and a $20 bill will take you far, bro. It will take you far. Now I wanted to check in with you guys. Did you guys hear Chuck Norris died today, man?
Yes,
that was so
fake news. Fake news.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I heard he was in Hawaii. I didn't hear what happened to him, but I heard he died. Did you guys rip in the chat for Chuck Norris?
F's in the chat. Family refused to release the calls, don't they?
Yeah, they didn't want to do it, but at least he was in Hawaii. It's a beautiful place over there. What was the first Chuck Norris thing you got introduced to? What was the first thing you saw with Chuck Norris on it? And I'm going to ask everybody, so you guys be thinking.
My father was a huge Bruce Lee fan. My father's a huge action movie fan. So it was a sequence from, Enter the Dragon. It was that one.
Enter the Dragon.
So that was the first thing I got interested. But the movie I love the most is Invasion USA.
Oh,
because Chuck looks Chuck looks
Badass.
incredibly masculine on the. He looks incredibly masculine on the front guy. He's got the two fucking guns, right? And it's like pure 80s camp action. And
Right.
the villain in it. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. I've got it down here. When it. What is it? Richard Lynch, right? Richard Lynch. He got scarred, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think he had an accident and he got scarred, and he looked like the prototype 80s bad guy, didn't he? And he's extremely deathly fucking pale. And you got Invasion USA is such a weird, bizarre movie. You know what I mean? But you think it could actually happen now.
Yeah.
And it's like I love that fucking movie. Chuck Norris to me is like the tough guy. He's like the last of the tough guys. When I think of Chuck Norris, I think of how I felt about Charles Bronson. And like if you go even before that, like Victor Mature or something like that, if you go back through, or the Gary Cooper in the Westerns, it's like there's very few people where you think, yeah, that man's tough in real life. He could fuck you up. It's how I feel about like Scott Adkins and Jason Statham now. I mean, the man was an absolute colossus. He looked like the type of guy that, you know, you want to shake his hand even though he crushed your hand.
Yeah.
You want to go for a pint with him. You want to hang out with him. He was just to me, he was American, you know? He was how I see Americans. He was old school, ultimate American, masculine man who was like, you know, was a conservative, tough guy. And he just everything about him screamed like masculinity, you know what I mean? Old school alpha male.
No.
And it's a fucking shame because he's one of the last of the dying breed, isn't he? You know, we ain't replacing these guys anytime soon.
Now we got Mr.
John,
hold on a second.
Go ahead. Sorry.
We got Mr. D-Ball Money in the chat. He said Chuck Norris died 4 years ago. Death was just too afraid to let him know. Zaid, where was the first time you encountered Chuck Norris?
In the eyes of a ranger.
Oh yeah, bro, you got the perfect voice for that too.
So, what I was gonna say is John looks like bad guy number 3 that Chuck Norris just kicked in the head.
Maybe that was Chuck Norris's spirit leaving, doing a roundhouse kick on John. Maybe that was it.
He liked that one. No, but
the first time you saw him was Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah, Walker, Texas Ranger. That got me to actually watch some of his movies and shit. But Sidekicks was a big movie when I was a kid.
That was a big one. That was
yeah.
Sidekicks with Jonathan Lee Brandis, I think his name was.
Yeah, and I really liked that actor because I'm a big Neverending Story fan, and Neverending Story 2 is when he come into that.
Yeah.
Sadly, his actor story isn't great. He ended up offing himself later on. I guess we don't know why, but
I'm just guessing.
Great actor.
Hollywood. It was gay shit, bro. Fact.
Possibly.
That's what happens. Shout out to Riley in the chat. He knows what I'm talking about. Yeah.
That's what's popular right now. But yeah, like Sidekick was super cool. I was in Taekwondo. This is where we need D-Wag. D-Wag was also in karate.
Well, D-Wag had that cover. He peaked when he was 5 doing that cover for
I have it downloaded. I if you wanted it to share.
Oh, that was AI.
No, we saw it before.
Go on.
No,
that's real. That's real, James. No, he really did do that. He just got someone to make a magazine cover thing for him or whatever. Is what I understand.
Why did he let himself go so badly?
He didn't. He's like secret ninja underneath that stuff. Like it's all fake. It's like when Yoda walks up with the cane, but then he's flipping around with a lightsaber. That's the thing. You just gotta. It's like Drunken Master technique.
Oh yeah, the Drunken Master.
For it.
Yeah, I like the Drunken Master. John, when was the first time you encountered Chuck Norris? What was the first piece of media that you saw?
When I was a kid, my cousin had one of those cable boxes that had all the channels unlocked.
Oh, the cable boxes, yeah.
I don't remember which one, but it was one of the early Missing in Action movies.
Oh, the Missing in Action movies were so good, bro.
They were
rescuing the MIAs,
classic 80s fucking action, like lots of guns, muscular guys beating the fuck out of each other. It was great. It was fucking great. That was like pretty much the extent of all. And then later I saw the Bruce Lee movie where he fought Bruce Lee and whatnot.
Right.
But that was pretty much the extent of my Chuck Norris, really. And then all the the fucking exercise things that he was pushing, and the machines, what was the Bowflex?
Yeah.
Yeah, all those commercials, and then the memes. The memes are like
Well,
classic.
and then he did some pretty crazy commercials too. Chat, drop your first encounter with Chuck Norris, and then we're gonna go through and ask what the favorite is. So, chat, drop what your favorite Chuck Norris movie, TV show, or video, or whatever he did, like the memes and all that kind of stuff. It could be whatever you guys think.
You know, apparently he's got a vampire movie with Vanilla Ice that hasn't come out yet. I was checking on Wikipedia. 2026. There's a vampire movie with Vanilla Ice that's yet to be released.
Yeah, watch that.
No, exactly. That's crazy. Well, did you guys hear about that AI Val Kilmer movie that they're going to release? They're basically doing Val Kilmer AI.
For what?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's they're going to do a whole movie where the character of Val Kilmer is going to be AI. So now, basically actors are cooked now because they're just going to license already known actors to go and do AI and do all that kind of stuff. That's crazy. We got a clip in the chat. He says he was raised by television and specifically Westerns before he got into superhero stuff. And so before he owned his first series of DVDs, box set Smallville, he was watching Walker, Texas Ranger. Completely agree with you on that one.
Dude, I think the movie Sidekicks is the only movie that's actually got Chuck Norris as a Western. Like, there's a section of the movie where the kid fantasizes about a Western scene. When he just said, I was like, was Chuck ever in a Western? I don't think he ever was.
Yeah, I agree. I can't think of a Western where he was in. Everything that he was in was kind of like you said,
Army,
like that
military.
Yeah. Or like that commando, like when the one that James referenced where he's holding the 2 Mac 10s and he's just like this, and he's got tight ass jeans he's got on. He's got that funny 80s
action
haircut.
jeans.
Yeah.
Action jeans, bro.
Those are action.
I got a pair of action jeans. That's what I wear, bro.
Yeah, Carrie C says she was 13 when Mission in Action came out. She says Delta Force 2 was awesome because of him as well. Professor Grass says Bowflex. Professor Grass also says Walker, Texas Ranger. What else we got? Mr. D-Ball Money says, my brother and I love martial arts movies, but it was Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris for us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was, that I don't think you can beat that one.
The Octagon was a good one. The Octagon was a good one. I think that was martial arts, the Octagon.
Yeah. Now, we were just talking about this, right? Do you think that there's ever going to be those kind of 80s action stars, 90s action stars again? Or is that an era that's gone by like the classic Western? What are your thoughts on that, James?
No, because the guy at the moment, the guy who I want to play James Bond, he's English. He does these like what we used to call straight to DVD, now straight to video on demand, is Scott Adkins. Scott Adkins is your typical, he came from a soap called Hollyoaks in this country. He's well built. He's a professional martial artist. He's a good looking lad and he does the movies. So look up Scott Adkins. He does all these movies. He's basically like a Jason Statham type. You know what you're going to get when you watch a Jason Statham movie, don't you? Yeah. He's got a couple coming out. I can't remember the titles. But you know Jason Statham's going to beat the shit out of about 500 to 1,000 men in one movie. When I think about Commando. Remember when Arnold Schwarzenegger was a one-man army in Commando?
Yep.
Those are the movies I think we need to go back to. Because if you think about it, there's all these video on demand channels now, isn't there? You need content. So how do you make content? Very cheap. Remember Canon? Do you remember Canon Films?
Yeah.
And they used to crack out all those movies very cheaply. They used to make them. And they looked a bit crappy when you look back at it now. But I used to love going down the video store. My parents going down the video store. And they used to get beaten up VHSs, right? Half of them didn't fucking work, but you put them in. And we were talking about this before we come on the screen. My favorite, absolute favorite, without a shadow of a doubt, is the American Ninja trilogy. I fucking love those movies. You can never take that away from me. They look terrible now, but you can never take the way I felt when I was a kid watching American Ninja with my family, with Michael Dudikoff. Yeah. You know, the earlier ones, they got a bit sketchy when they started doing 5 and 6. But no,
1985.
Because
that looks amazing. Yeah. I gotta check it out. That looks good.
Yeah, it's fantastic. American Ninja is fantastic. Clip in the chat says Undisputed is goated, James. Mr. D-Ball Money says the Survivor Series rules. Return of the Dragon from Precious Roy says Chuck fights Bruce Lee in the Coliseum and it rules. So Mr. D-Ball Money says Chuck Norris kicked Jeff Jarrett in the WWF in 1994 and 1996. I fucking love Chuck Norris. He's everywhere. Riley says Scott Adkins versus Yuri Borka is 100% fire. Paul says everybody's saying James's mic is kind of fizzling in and out, and people are asking where his mic is. Paul Ogg says it's not his mic, it's his lack of mustache, people. That's responsible for the bad audio. But Zaid, what are your thoughts? Are they making any more action figures? Where have they gone? And what was your favorite action movie from that era?
Oh, dang.
We heard James, American Ninja. That was fire. I remember seeing that as a kid. Used to get all those Chinese stars. That's what we call them. You guys are all calling me racist for saying Chinese stars, and you're supposed to call them Shurikens or Shurikens or whatever, and they're actually Japanese or whatever. But I even dated a Chinese girl one time and called them. She went to China, and I said, "Can you give me some Chinese stars?" She didn't know what the hell I was talking about. I explained it to her. She got all mad calling me racist. I said, "Didn't we just fuck last night? How can I be racist? What are you talking about?" So, Zaid, what was your favorite action movie of that era? And are they coming back? Are the action stars coming back, or is it cooked forever?
All right, if we're talking about the 80s era, I was born in 86.
80s, 90s era. 80s, 90s era.
All right. Again, like, I mean, it's really hard to, like, we all like The Crow, as far as, like, Brandon Lee being the son of Bruce Lee type. So there was some promise there. I would, my best friend, or one of my best friends from Kentucky does sword training with the TV Highlander.
All right.
Now he goes around and does this, sword stuff at all these places. So the TV Highlander,
right.
I forget what his name is.
Oh, we got Mr. D-Ball Money in the chat. He says, "Is Bloodsport an action a movie?" You're goddamn right. It's an action movie.
Bloodsport was awesome.
Right.
I love that.
That movie is still fire today. Let's fucking go.
Right.
All right, Zay, what you got?
So you got Ombak 2.
Ombak was great.
I like what's his name? Something White. He's the black guy. Freaking.
Of course he is. The black guy would be called something white. I got you.
The Jaleel. God, I want to say Jaleel, and D-Wag's got to be laughing his ass off right now. The guy's just incredible with his technique. Everything's great, but I really like the guy who's.
You're thinking about Michael Jai White.
That's it. Michael Jai White. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard that name in a minute, bro. John
Dude,
reaching back to the recesses.
Nuts.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
So good.
He was fantastic.
And technically he's good, but that's where I'm getting at more the on-bot guy. That guy does some insane stuff. Yeah, as far as like body control and everything. But yeah, those two were my kind of favorites. But I don't think they're 90s or 80s. I think those are early 2000s guys.
We'll throw them in there. We're talking about masculine characters, great masculine movies, that kind of thing. Like Iron Eagle is another fantastic one with Louis Gossett Jr. That was a fantastic movie, Iron Eagle. John, what are your thoughts? What was your favorite masculine movie, action movie of that era? And also, are action heroes cooked, or are they making a comeback?
Man, I mean, First Blood's great.
Oh, First Blood.
I loved fucking the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, the early ones, Kickboxer and Bloodsport. Those were both amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But man, for me, the ultimate man movie was fucking Predator.
Oh, Predator. Yeah, Predator.
There was just like way too many roids in that movie, and it was awesome.
That movie was fire. The plot was fire. The idea was fire. The execution was fire. I even liked the Predator
characters
2.
were great.
Yeah, it was fantastic, bro.
I wasn't big on the Predator 2, just because it's like, Danny Glover is like the old man in fucking, we're too old for this shit, Riggs.
Yeah,
so I just couldn't believe him taking on the Predator,
Well, what about that movie?
That was my issue.
The movie with him, that one you just mentioned. What was it called?
Lethal
Weapon. Yeah. What about that? What were your thoughts on Lethal Weapon?
I mean, I love Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson is like, he can do no wrong.
Mel Gibson was
like one of my
fire in
all-time
those
favorites.
movies. Yeah.
Preach it.
Mel Gibson was fire in those
movies. Are they
movies.
coming back? I don't think. I mean, they're trying to, but with Arnold and with, they're doing a prequel to Rambo. Was it we were talking about last week?
Yeah.
And they're doing, out of the Arnold movies that they're doing, the one that sounds like it could be good because he's age appropriate for it is the new Conan.
Yeah. Oh, that looks pretty good.
It's gonna be like Conan the King or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like an older guy. That one should be good, but
What
I
about
just
what about Jet Li? Jet Li came on with a vengeance, a fire, and then he just disappeared. What are your thoughts on that?
he retired.
He was just
He
gone.
retired.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, I think he went off to do some like fucking charity type shit, if I remember right. I thought that's what I heard.
Yeah, it was
Which
something
good
like
for
that, like
him.
some monk thing, right? And then he comes back and he's not like Jet Li no more.
Yeah, he wasn't Jet Li no more. Yeah, he grew his hair out or some shit like that.
But I mean, what's his name from Crouching Tiger?
Oh yeah, that guy was good. Was it Kim? Was his last name Kim or Song Kim or whatever? I forget what his name was.
I can't remember his fucking name, but he was great
in
too.
the '90s. He was huge.
Yeah,
he had a number of really big movies back then. I just recently watched a couple of them. Chow Yun Fat, that's who it was. Chow Yun Fat.
That's it. Chow Yun Fat.
Right. James, what was the most overrated action movie that you can remember of that era? Well, the one that everybody hyped up to be badass, and you saw it, and you were like, "What the fuck is this shit, bro?" Do you remember any of that, James? Are you there, James? Are you there?
I think we lost him.
Did we lose James?
Yeah, I just come back. I had to switch out my headphones. So I was using other headphones, so I switched them out.
Okay, James, what was the most overrated movie from back in that time or that era? The action movie that people would say, "Hey, go see this," and you went and saw it, and you were like, "Is this what you're talking about?" Everybody in the chat drop the most overrated movie. I saw Pat said the remake of The Crow was terrible.
What are we talking 80s? Are we talking 80s here?
Oh, we're talking like 80s, 90s, early 2000s. We're trying to bridge the gap.
That remake of The Crow was Devil May Cry remake.
It was
actually they just stole the character from
the
Devil May Cry remake.
Yeah,
that's all they did.
Shit. Do you remember any, James?
I'm trying to think. I think a lot of Stallone. I think a lot of. I didn't like Tango and Cash.
Okay.
I didn't like it. I didn't like a lot of those movies that Stallone was making at that time. Do you remember he made movie? He went through this really weird patch where he was doing like Throw Mama from the Train and shit like that.
Yeah.
Stallone went from an action movie star and he tried to become a comedic star and a well-rounded actor.
Yeah.
And I always think like Schwarzenegger made the better transition because he's kind of like this blocky foreigner, isn't he? He's kind of like, you laugh at him because he's like a big like blocky anvil in funny situations. I remember when he first came out, he did a movie called Hercules Goes Bananas, and it was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen it, I think they renamed it Hercules Goes to New York or something. If you ever seen Hercules Goes Bananas,
what do you got, John?
Fuck,
I think that was
terrible.
his first movie.
Well, that was his first movie. Okay. Now he did do Twins with Danny DeVito, and that was actually pretty good.
That was fun.
That was actually pretty,
but then he did another one. He did one with Emma Thompson, which I can't remember, where he was pregnant.
Yeah.
And it was like,
that's what I was gonna mention.
Yeah, Junior.
Yeah.
That was absolute dog shit. Now
you know what's one of the most underrated Schwarzenegger movies?
What do you got?
It's like so cheesy, but it's so great.
What do you got?
Jingle All the Way.
You like
Jingle All the Way? Yeah.
That shit was great.
Bro, I don't know.
Do you want to know what my favorite Schwarzenegger movie is?
What?
And I don't know how anyone else is, but mine is Raw Deal.
Raw Deal was
love
good.
Raw Deal.
Yeah, Raw Deal
was so good because he's like this fucking avenging angel going against the mafia. And at the end, when he pours the jelly deals on him at the end, you know what I mean? He pours them on there.
Yeah.
Just so fucking good, man.
Yeah, but then they did this whole thing with where Tom Selleck and all those guys were like three men and a baby and all that. It ruined all of it, bro. It's just like it took all of these really masculine guys. I didn't want to see Magnum PI wiping a baby's ass and pushing a pram and all that kind of stuff. It ruined it. It just ruined all of it. What are your thoughts on that, Zaid? Come on.
What, you can't change diapers?
No, I don't want my action hero guy changing diapers, man.
Dude, that shit smells. He has to be brave to go through that.
No, I want him making babies. I don't want him changing babies. You know what I'm saying? That's
okay.
Magnum PI is supposed to be out there, fucking the ladies.
No responsibilities. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So that was.
Do you remember when Vin Diesel done that movie, The Pacifier? Where he's got all the baby bottles on him. It's like, I really don't like it, right? This is what I like about Scott Adkins. Scott Adkins doesn't try to be something that he's not. He doesn't try to elevate himself as an actor. He is first and foremost an action movie film star. Jason Statham doesn't try to elevate himself. First and foremost, he's an action movie film star. But you get a lot of these people that start to think bigger. They start going, well, if only I could be in this movie, I might get recognised by the awards and the Academy and stuff. I'm going to try and branch out and I'm going to try and get into comedy or I'm going to become a serious actor. It's like, no, mate, you've got the look and the physique to be an action movie star. Stay in your lane, lean into it, and don't try to be something that you're not. Because when you go into those other avenues, most of the time it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's absolutely shit.
Yeah. Now, I want to bring up something for you guys. We'll talk about this. Professor Grass brought it up. It's a fantastic idea. Rowdy Roddy Piper in the 80s makes a movie called They Live.
Oh, great movie.
Yeah.
Bro, that is a fire movie. That counts as an action movie, bro.
Oh, yeah.
well,
No, definitely.
If you're going to bring up something like that, what about Hulk Hogan in like The Nanny?
No, I told you, I don't want to see my action stars wearing dresses. You know?
Okay, but what do you think about the other Roddy Piper movie, Hell Comes to Frogtown?
Right.
What do you think of
I didn't see
that
that
one?
one. Is that pretty good? I didn't see
I
it.
never saw it.
It's terrible, but if you're going to bring up They Live, you've got to bring up Hell Comes to Frogtown, haven't you?
Okay. I loved me some Roddy Piper, though, bro. That was the
I
spirit.
think I got it on Blu-ray. Hang on.
Of course
I think
you
I got
did.
it on
Of course you
Blu-ray.
did. No, that's the spirit of masculinity, right?
There you go.
Oh, you got
See?
it right there. Frogtown. Oh, yeah.
Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Is
Yeah,
that-
I got it on Blu-ray.
Is that like a Frog Tony podcast right there? I'm just curious. No? No, but I loved Roddy Piper. I loved him in WWE. I loved his personality. That's the kind of masculine bravado. Now, James, who's your favorite action star? Is it going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger like in Predator, or do you have a different favorite action star?
Oh no, because from the 80s it would be Michael Dudikoff. I don't think he was particularly a typical action movie star, but he was in the franchise that I love the most and still love the most to this day, and that's American Ninja.
American Ninja.
And also, I can't remember the guy's name, right? But he was the guy who was the co-star. He was a big black actor, and he was also, I think, in one of the Chuck Norris movies. I can't remember his name, right? But this guy, he was built like a brick shithouse.
He was ripped, bro.
He had comedic timing. He had a good look, and he had great charisma. But for some reason, he never became a big mainstream movie star. He was always the co-star, and he was the co-star for Michael Dudikoff in American Ninja. And I think, what was the one where he went? Was it Delta Force with Lee Marvin? Was it Lee Marvin and Delta Force?
I think so.
He was the co-star in that. And I'm like, I always thought, I don't know why this guy got held back or kept down.
Oh,
but
I
this
know.
was a guy who he should have been a huge actor. He should have been a really big action movie star of his time. But I can't think of a franchise or a movie where he was the lead. He was always the co-star to someone else.
Yeah, because he didn't do that gay stuff. He didn't do the gay stuff. Zaid, who's your favorite action star? Is Zaid there? Zaid, are you there? Did you fall off?
Sorry, from the
Did we lose
90s.
him?
No, you're still there. Okay, yeah. Who do you got?
From the 90s or whatever, favorite action star. Let's see. I don't know. I thought we already went through this. I was talking about Michael Jai White and the guy from Ambach. But
okay.
we're talking about like action stars and shit.
Or how about of all time? Who's your favorite action star of all time? Who would you say?
All time. I still don't have a real
Steven
answer.
Seagal.
to that.
Who was that one you said?
No, I hate Steven Seagal. I would actually fight him right now if he was
bro.
listening.
Under
no, I don't
Siege.
care. I don't care. I
The
don't
movie
believe-
Under Siege was the shit, bro.
Great,
Prove me
great, but
wrong.
one of his latest movies, he's sitting down and fighting. Like, he's so lazy in his own movies, he doesn't even stand up to fight. He sits and fights. Like, no.
No,
No.
I'm telling you, Under Siege, that movie is one of the best all-time fucking action movies there is. You got everything in that movie. You even got Nicole Eggert popping out of that cake with them big-ass titties. That's fantastic, bro. You know what I'm
You guys
talking about.
seen the clips? It's like a compilation of Steven Seagal running.
Oh, he's bad. It's bad.
He runs like a queer.
Yeah, it's
he
bad.
runs like a total queer.
There's a lot bad about him. I guarantee you about that. John, who's your favorite action star? Is it going to be Mel Gibson?
It's got to be Arnold.
Arnold.
Action star, pure action star. It's Arnold. My favorite actor, director, producer is Mel Gibson by far.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I do like Mel Gibson. I'll go with that. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with. Mel Gibson.
But
Thank you.
action
Keep going.
star,
Yeah.
it's Arnold.
Yeah.
Action star, it's Arnold.
All right.
He's, I mean, come on, he's got the fucking muscles. I could believe him in any, there was a scene in one movie where he fucking pulls a plane down by his foot. He jumps on the wing of a plane and
He
he's
pulls a
fucking
plane apart.
hanging on. And because it's Arnold, I can believe it.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's like the biggest fucking baddest guy ever.
Yeah, I think my favorite one is Bruce Willis. I absolutely love Die Hard. I love The Fifth Element. I love the way he acts. I love him in everything that he does. And he's kind of like a little bit believable. Unbreakable was fantastic.
Yeah.
Professor Grass.
Yeah,
go on, John.
He's like the everyman action star, and I like him a lot too, for sure.
Professor
like everyman, but Arnold is like the
epitome. Professor, well, the only thing I don't like about Arnold is he's got weak sperm. Marie Shriver, she destroyed his children until he went and had a kid with a Latin housekeeper. Professor Grass says Jingle All the Way rules. It has Phil Hartman in it. Then we got On the John said he really didn't like the Expendables except for the two in the middle, 2 and 3, I think is. But he says
We're talking about that.
Conan's got to be his favorite. What was that, James?
We're talking about the Expendables and Chuck Norris. One of the best moments of the Expendables was when Chuck Norris makes the cameo as Lone Wolf McCade.
Yes.
A character that he had already played.
Yes.
Lone Wolf McCade was one of his best characters that he played. And he pops up and he does the Chuck Norris thing, doesn't it? About I can't remember what it was, but basically how Chuck Norris beat up and I can't was it a python or something? I can't remember,
He always had him.
Beat the shit out of a python. Yeah, beat the shit out of a python after 6 days or something. And my favourite Chuck Norris moment, and this is going to be totally fair, but it was his performance in Dodgeball, where he just goes, "Thank you."
Oh, that was great. That was great. That was.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah, that meme is still around today. That was fantastic. Yeah. We got Professor Grass. He says he likes Roddy Piper or Mel Gibson. Just feel like they're every man kind of heroes. 100% agree with you on that one, Grass. Cut the Grass. The Seagal movies are good, bad movies. That's 100% right.
Yeah.
Pat says he's the worst. I think she's talking about Steven Seagal. Cut the Grass says Arnold always had the cheesy lines before he kills the bad guy. Now, that's true. They always tried to make him more commercial.
The most iconic one is in Commando, where he goes, "Let us some steam Bennets." He throws the pipe at the end, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So he throws the pipe and goes, "Let off some steam Bennets."
Yeah. We got Hobo Chili Recipe says, fucking Steven Seagal, the worst person on earth, brought us Glimmer, man. That was terrible. Paul Ogg says, are we intentionally forgetting about Clint Eastwood? Is Clint Eastwood an action star? I know he did Dirty Harry. I tried to watch him recently, maybe about within the last year. They didn't really hold up, but the Gran Torino was an excellent movie. That was a fantastic movie. What are some of the best? What was it? Unforgiven? I tend to think of Clint Eastwood more as a Western actor. Right. I think that's. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Dirty Harry's his peak for me. Dirty Harry.
Yeah, you like Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry Callahan is a great character. No. But do you remember we went through that time? We went through that era in the 90s and the noughties where we had rap stars and action stars.
That was terrible.
Do you remember
I
do. Do you remember you had like Jet Li and DMX? You had Steven Seagal
boy,
and DMX.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, I remember that. We got Hobo Chili Recipe. He says, Clint Eastwood's racism makes me feel warm inside. 100%. Cut the Grass, Charles Bronson. 100% The Mechanic. Now, The Mechanic was a weird movie. It had a little bit of homoerotic vibes in it. The book I heard was way more homosexual, but I love me some Charles Bronson. Everything he did was fantastic. I saw some westerns he was in. I really like that guy. Hobo Chili Recipe says, if you all forget about Lee Marvin, I'm pissed. Lee Marvin was fantastic.
Crime Cut was a great movie.
Yeah, Lee Marvin was fantastic. Great Cloudy Day says Charles Bronson again. Fantastic. Well, I'm trying to think who else did we miss on the whole action back in that time. It's funny because you used to be reminded, like if you went to a Blockbuster, you could see all the images up there, and now you don't. So it all passes away. Is digital media and tangible physical media, is that more important to hold on to? What are your thoughts on that, Zaid?
I got a lot to say about this because of video games.
Okay, what are your
and
thoughts
we got
on it?
with movies too. Well, we're in the age where we're renting digitally or we're purchasing digitally. I've had multiple products that I have bought digitally that have disappeared. They can revoke your license
Yeah, you're
of
only
purchase
borrowing
for
them.
digital media.
Yeah, you're
Get
leasing
your
them.
hard copies.
Yeah,
Keep a device that plays it. That's about as much as you can go to.
yeah.
That's my feeling.
Jonah
Oh,
Sweet said Jim Carrey did a great Clint Eastwood impression, bro. Yeah. Jim Carrey, if he's still around, he does fantastic impressions of everybody.
if that's really him.
Cut the Grass. Yeah, if that's really him, we don't know. We don't know. Cut the Grass says Death Wish movies were so over the top violent, they were fantastic. Yeah, those Death Wish movies were fantastic. Pat in the chat, she says Keanu Reeves. Was Keanu Reeves an action star? What are your thoughts, John, on that one? Would we term him an action star? I know he did a lot of action, like in the Matrix, especially. Oh, John Wick. Of course, he's got to be an action star.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
I mean,
right.
he became an action star. He was, I mean, I guess starting with Speed, right?
Yeah.
He was.
Mhm.
I wasn't big on Speed. It was kind of bullshit, stupid movie, but yeah, no, I mean, The Matrix was fucking great.
Yeah.
Great action.
And then John Wick really put him over.
You're missing the obvious one. Point Break. Point Break is a classic.
Point Break was a fantastic movie.
If you don't love movies, if you don't love Point Break, Patrick Swayze. If you want to talk about action stars, Patrick Swayze.
That's what I was gonna. The guy with
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Roadhouse is one of the best. It's retarded. Like when he rips the guy's throat out at the end. What the hell is even going on? But I loved it.
It's pretty much like my life story. Me as Patrick Swayze.
Is it a biography,
It's pretty
James?
much what I would do. I would go into town. I would get the blonde bird. I would kill the criminals, and I would live happily ever after. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, bro. We got Jonah Sweet in the chat. He says Point Break is an amazing. Shout out to you, Jonah Sweet. Jonah Sweet dropped an awesome.
And they remade it, and it was
drawing.
terrible. They remade it. It was terrible. Roadhouse. They remade it. It was terrible with Conor McGregor. It was fucking awful.
I can tell you this: Jake Gyllenhaal is not an action star. I can tell you that.
No,
right now.
he's not. Ray, if you don't mind me, I'll throw on top of that.
Throw on top of it, Zay.
I did not expect to say this, but
throw it up there.
I know he's a Marvel actor, but Marvel movies have to be like made for the mainstream shit. But I've seen other movies that this dude's in and shows. You all know who I'm gonna say. What's the guy that plays Aquaman?
Oh, Jason
Jason
Momoa.
Momoa.
Dude, he has got some excellent action scenes in Game of Thrones and some other movies.
That
he's been
guy
in. Some
is the
awesome
most
stuff.
overrated motherfucker. The
I'm
softest.
sorry. That's why I said I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. I'm embarrassed.
Guy, and if he hears this and challenges me to a hair combing competition, I'll take him on any day. Okay.
I just think the way they're shooting him and some of the techniques he's actually using with some of the stuff, it's legit.
Did you see him play that gay guy in what was it? Too Fast, Too Furious, or whatever?
He's in it. He looks like a right trick.
Yeah,
No, I did. I did see clips.
Bro,
Gay.
that was rough. That ended it for me, bro. I was like, nah, this guy, nah.
I heard that Paul Walker died because the director decided not to say cut.
That could be. He didn't stop. He kept going.
It's horrible.
He was a method actor, is what I heard, all the way into the wall, apparently.
But yeah, those movies are atrocious to me. Sorry guys, if y'all love them.
No, we got Hobo Chili recipe in the chat. Says Patrick, goddamn Swayze, Red Dawn. I still scream Wolverine when shooting a Kalashnikov.
Yeah.
100%.
Another one. I'll fall with another one. Patrick Swayze, Liam Neeson, next to kin. You gotta love that as Americans, in ya. Coming out of the woods when all the Southern hicks come out of the woods and just start killing the mafia. I mean, you gotta fucking love that. I mean, as an American, you must love next to kin.
Liam Neeson. What was that movie he was in? Rob Roy.
Taken.
No, Rob Roy.
Oh,
Rob Roy.
That was a good one.
Dude. Yeah. Liam Neeson.
All right. What about Sean Connery? Okay, that was pretty early. Well, I know he smacked some women around. What about Sean Connery?
I think he was more of a real life action star.
He was a real life action star. That's right, man. Yeah.
I mean, he did the Bonds, but other than that, did he do?
He's probably my least favorite Bond. He's probably my least favorite Bond.
Okay.
Well, he should be English, but he's Scottish, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, James, who's your favorite Bond then of all time? Who's the favorite Bond?
Timothy Dalton, without a shadow of a doubt.
Timothy Dalton.
He was
T. Dalton.
Timothy Dalton, right? When you think about it, he was like the prototype of what Daniel Craig's Bond became. But because when he did it in the 80s, like they didn't take to that tough, rugged Bond. But if you watch the movies that he did, I mean, Living Daylight stands up, and License to Kill. I'll argue with anyone all day, sober or drunk. License to Kill is the greatest Bond movie of all time.
Casino
Hands
Royale.
down.
Casino Royale for me.
License to Kill.
My favorite was Pierce Brosnan. What about you, Zayd?
I was going to say, James was mentioning the Scott Adkins guy going to be the new Bond potentially. The look, I'd go for it. Like, as far as like seeing him as a Bond, it's almost, he doesn't look like the action star, but he does look like he's part of MI6 or whatever, MI5 or whatever it is. He can really pull that off.
So are you going with him, or do you have a different favorite action star, Zayd?
Shit.
Bond.
Dude, I played 007 on 64.
So Pierce Brosnan, 100%. Yeah. What about you, John? Who's your favorite Bond?
You know, I loved Pierce Brosnan, and Daniel Craig was really good. But here's a hot take: George Lazenby.
George Lazenby. Okay, he was good back in the old days. I got you. I got you. Fantastic.
There's a documentary on him. You guys should check it out. It's kind of hilarious how he got the Bond role.
Yeah,
it was like totally accidental, and he just kind of like muscled his way in like a real alpha.
Yeah. Well, since you're intimidating me,
do you want to know what's even funnier? His agent told him, right, after he completed the Bond, right, his agent told him, yeah, this franchise is going nowhere. Don't do another one. And totally fucked the rest of his life. Yeah. He ended up going back to Australia and selling houses, I think.
Oh, shit.
He was totally out of the acting game. Yeah, completely fucked his career up. It would have taken a much different trajectory if he hadn't listened to his fucking agent.
Yeah, bro, that is wild. Well, I'll check it out since you're intimidating me with your broken nose and your black eye.
Dude, if anyone's got TikTok, clip this now. Yeah. James is talking about his favorite action star while looking like that. Yeah. This is
John.
It's great.
Yeah,
it's
John.
awesome.
Sorry,
John. Love you, dude.
We got Hobo Chili Recipe. He says Jason Momoa on that one show where they're all blind. That shit was pretty dope. I don't know. I can't remember that one. Gray Cloudy Day says Roger Howard did some excellent action movies. That's true. Roger Howard back in the day. Who else we got? We got. Damn it, they're going too fast. It says Max, I gotta agree with you. Timothy Dalton was pretty good. Then we got Hobo Chili Recipe says Daniel Craig was great in Casino Royale, but after that he seemed like he didn't want to do it. Completely agree. After that, it got too melodramatic. Like the whole thing got too heavy. It seemed like a soap opera. I don't care.
Friends and marriages and kids. And,
I don't care.
And silly villains that were into the environment.
Yeah, and I don't ever want to see James Bond on a back of a bike. I don't want to see him riding bitch anywhere. Let's just put it out there, 100%. Hobo Chili Recipe says, to be fair, Roger Moore was part of the OSS, so he was actually a real James Bond. Max,
View to a Kill is a great movie with Grace Jones. Great movie. Christopher Walken, great villain.
Somebody's busting your chops, John. They said, how did Ray book King Hippo for the show? Little Mac got him fucked up. So they say they got you out there. That's Max Chad. Max, watch out. He's going to come find you and then King Hippo your ass. But all right, we're coming up on the top of the second hour, guys. We're going to wrap it up. Final closing thoughts. John, what are you thinking, bro? How's that face healing?
It's healing, man. It'll they say in a week or so, I'll have this thing removed and the stitches will be taken out and all that. So I'll be all right.
Now, are the ladies
I'm just waiting for Mickey to come and, blade my eyes so I can see again.
Can you not see out of that eye? Are you okay? Can you see?
Nah, I could see. Okay. It's a little weird, but I could see.
Now, are the ladies trying to brush up against you, thinking you're a big bad criminal now, or what?
I don't know. I haven't been out, man. I've been
healing
in and out of bed, honestly. Like I was up all night when it happened.
Yeah.
And then, after the surgery, that took a lot out of me.
Yeah.
Because they had to put all this fucking what is lidocaine in there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just go to town with the stitches. That shit took like an hour of
Damn.
stitches. Yeah,
And
so
you were
it took
saying
a
your
lot out of
back
me.
was hurting, right? That's
Yeah,
what's
my
giving
back
you the
is still
most.
It was
kind of
probably from
fucked.
fucking that nurse. Is that what it was?
I
It's
wish.
called
She was
old
pretty
age,
fucking
mate.
hot.
It's old age.
Now, all right, when are you going to do your birthday stream? I know your birthday is coming up. Happy birthday to you.
Well, my birthday was yesterday.
John, I'm
but
trying to
I'm
help
gonna
you out,
do-
bro. I'm trying to help you out with the birthday stream, bro. When's your birthday
I know,
stream coming
but
up?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm
All
gonna
right.
do a drunken birthday stream. As soon as I'm feeling up
You're
to
gonna mix
it.
those meds.
Probably this
No.
week coming up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know Thursday. I think Thursday they're supposed to do remove the things. So if I'm feeling fine after that, I'm going after that.
Yeah.
Amen.
Probably Thursday.
Cut the Grass is asking what happened. He fell getting out of the shower, beating up some other guy who was breaking into his house. Not the last part, just the first part.
Like the Psycho movie.
Yeah.
He just fought back.
Yeah. So
Right.
so everybody go follow John on Third Rail Podcast on X and Third Rail Podify, I think it is, on
Politics. Everywhere else.
Everywhere else. Zaid, what are your final thoughts? You going to go into the action world? You going to start tattooing again? What's going on?
I've got a lot of concept art to still do. My biggest thing is patching things up with D-Wag, or else he would have been here today. Sorry, guys, it was my fault.
No, D-Wag's working. He's all good, bro. He's good. He's out there recruiting women. That's what he's doing. He's
He's out there cracking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's having a good
Nah.
time. But you're gonna be crushing on your video game. That's what you're trying to close out. You're trying to work on that. And what else?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So
Zaid, you can't call me sir on stream, bro. Come on. I know it's a Kentucky thing, but you're gonna get me all flabbergasted now.
Yes,
There
Ray.
you
That's
go.
what I'm
There you go.
doing.
All right.
I'm working
Fantastic.
all my gang stuff.
All right, let's go.
But yeah,
And
great show.
go on,
Love you
Zaid.
guys. This is fun, especially talking about action stars.
And where
Freaking awesome.
can people find you?
At ZaidStudios.com or on Twitter at Studio Zaid. Just reverse those because they set it up that way. But I do want to say the one Chuck Norris episode, I own one episode, not a movie, but one episode of Texas Ranger
Word.
on YouTube. And it's one where he has like some psychic kid that like is moving stuff telepathically. It was like one of the weirdest Walker Texas Rangers episode.
They got weird at the end, that's for sure.
Yeah. What was that? Sons of Thunder that they
Yeah,
did? Anyway,
that was rough.
Keep going.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. Go follow Zaid, Studio Zaid on YouTube, and at his zaidstudio.com on the internet. James, are you going to be the next James Bond? Yes or no? We need the answers now.
No.
No. James, your final thoughts on
The problem is I'm just too handsome and too uncontrollable to be Bond. How do you think I'd look in a suit? I'm a vest and a cap guy, and I wear my shades. Bond isn't like that. But anyway, it's always good, lads. Always, like I say in all my videos, always a pleasure, never a chore. I will be here tomorrow with Ray and whoever else pops on, and we'll have another good one. Always good to see and hear the people in the chat, good, bad, and indifferent. And if I don't see you tomorrow, everyone have a great weekend. I love you lots.
Let's go. Follow James Domenico Grabbin on YouTube and on X. Professor Grass in the chat says, happy late birthday, John. Pat says, happy birthday, John. Cut the Grass says, oh, damn, hill up, bro. Jonah Sweet says, great show. Video entry number 2 coming in. Pat says, more Zaid. Let's fucking go. Go watch Ministry of the Dude. It's going to be on at 5 o'clock right now, as a matter of fact. They're probably going to cover more of the Vito stuff. And then, of course, the biggest problem in the universe is going to be on at 6 on YouTube, so go watch that. Everybody, have a kick-ass weekend. We're out of here. You guys have a great time. Let's fucking go.